How has media censorship changed throughout history? Imagine living in a time when sharing your thoughts could land you in serious trouble. That's how it used to be with media censorship. Over the years, the way authorities control what people see and hear has shifted a lot, shaped by politics, culture, and technology. In ancient societies, censorship was mostly about religion and politics. Leaders and religious groups decided what could be published or performed because they wanted to protect their power and beliefs. For example, during colonial America, officials controlled what books and newspapers could be shared by blocking or removing anything they thought was dangerous or immoral. This set the stage for future control over information. As printing presses and newspapers became popular in the 19th and 20th centuries, censorship expanded. Governments started passing laws to restrict what could be published or broadcast. During wars, like World War I and World War II, governments heavily monitored news. They wanted to prevent any information that could hurt morale or reveal military secrets. For instance, during World War II, all international mail and news reports had to be approved by the government before reaching the public. With the rise of radio and television, censorship took on new forms. These media reached millions of people at once, making them powerful tools for shaping opinions. Governments created licensing rules and content guidelines to control what was broadcast. In the 1930s, a radio host who expressed anti-democratic views was taken off the air. This showed how authorities could silence voices that didn't fit their ideas. During the Cold War, censorship became linked to fears of communism and other ideologies. Libraries and schools faced pressure to remove books about certain political beliefs. Some librarians resisted, but many followed orders to avoid trouble. This period shows how censorship can be driven by social fears and the desire to keep a certain culture intact. Today, the internet has changed everything again. Information spreads fast across borders, making it harder for governments to control. Still, new forms of censorship appear, like blocking websites or filtering content. Schools and public places often restrict access to certain sites, especially those related to political activism or LGBTQ+ issues. These measures spark ongoing debates about free speech and safety. From a sociological view, media censorship isn't just about laws. It reflects who holds power, what society values, and how groups see themselves. Censorship can keep certain ideas in the spotlight while pushing others to the side. It influences how people understand their world and their identities. It also shows the ongoing tug-of-war between individual freedom and collective security. In practical terms, censorship shapes the stories that get told, the perspectives that are heard, and how communities see themselves. Knowing its history helps us understand current debates about free speech, media rules, and the role of technology in our lives.